going live.
Kind.
What's good now? I'm about to get a jump. Pull up,
Yeah, change for the better. Put that old nigga. I should make it this song right. Yeah, I changed for the better. Put that old nigga in the shredder. But however, I could never take a step back for my pleasure. Change the weather, Ruger 5.7 on my dresser. Clip full with a lot of pressure. I forget that I made a special. I don't care, so I don't remember. Hitting treasures in my lecture. New texture, but the same message. Think rich, no think better. Chevy boy, I don't need a Porsche. Bucket clean and I feed the horse. Pull up on me, lose a bitch, ain't nothing to me. Ben Simmons, they ain't fucking with me. Take sides, you was set hopping. Heat on, you was flip flopping. On the come up, then he start watching. We open doors like fuck knocking. Yeah, she see it and then don't believe it. Spit fire in my heart anemic. Make a choice, get in the van. Taking ground and become a man. You pussy, I'm straightforward. Take orders, give orders. Bend corners, set borders. Niggas fold like rich quarter. Lifelong, but my temp shorter. Only for the bullshit though. Counterfeit niggas that be full of it though. I don't really hear what you into, nigga. We don't really care what you been through, nigga. I offend you, nigga. Sharp like a quick flat turn in the venue, nigga. Cut right through it like a jinsu, nigga. If I say that I mean it and know I'm the meanest and one of the cleanest, I put it together and break it in pieces. I got plenty of time, I got plenty ideas, you wouldn't believe it. I roll with the lions, you run with hyenas. I'm David inside of a killing arena. For all of my people, I'm giving you all of the smoke. Stop saying the stuff that you won't really wanna live up to. Live by a code, yeah, we stand up too. Say you get money, put bread up too. Saying you dumb, we fed up too. Fed up too, in the league of my own. Just leave me alone. They gon' keep talking about me. I just keep going and going and going. It is what you showing, and I'ma keep growing and growing and rocking and rolling and take over loading. I hold a position in any condition, completing the mission. Paying attention, I got a connection. Just sit in the section. Yeah, I changed. 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 You know I changed. You know I changed. You know I changed. You know I changed. Yeah, I changed. Yeah, I changed.
I'ma show him it's a difference. I'ma only say this once, you better listen. When West is where it started, so you know that's where it finished. We got one main objective, nigga, let's complete the mission. We explaining what the who, lead them bitches in they feelings. Snub on me, only time I put my nose inside your business. I don't want my gun to show, so I wear my shirt bigger. This is our world, cause if this was your world, I'd be the villain. Break his whole block down, all I gotta do is business. Stuffing Mac shell drums, turn your crib to Sunday dinner. You don't live here, you visit, this my shit, it's a difference. I don't do lean, Lobos in my cup is what I'm sipping. I don't do dreams, I just say a prayer, go and get it. And it all work out, you know this ain't for play, this ain't for fun. I've been destined for this shit, niggas know that I'm the one. This shit can go 100 yards, you would think I kicked a punt. You would think I had a flare gun on go, you niggas run. They like he an Israelite, all he rap about is guns. Bitch, I'm an Israelite that own a lot of guns. What that nigga said who? Tell him watch the grind. Yeah, you must be crazy if you ever think of stopping mine. Knock all of the chains out you niggas, make them drop a dime. This tour is whole 12, it is not a zodiac sign. Piss me off, get me in my bag, make me drop a bomb. Drop a nuke, make the world freeze, I can stop the time. Watch what you do, cause once you do it, you can't press rewind. On purpose, I do the opposite, so nigga cross the line. This is different, I ain't looking for trouble, but on point, case you think I rap. Turn him to a vegetable, lead this nigga cabbage patch. No new niggas with me, if you see him, then they got my back. Got it out the mud, big stepping, you can see the tracks. Follow me, I could teach you something, have receive, relax. If you gon' speak on anything, just make sure it's fact. It's a difference, we are not the same, help them notice that. Pay attention, watch how we move, we can know we can't. Hang around all real niggas and we move as one. This ain't Fortnite, get into it, ain't no 1v1. The smoke I bring to you, you can't take it in with your lung. Life about warfare, we just make it look fun. She asked what kind of oil I got on, I told her give him some. When West the only real niggas left, you better get you one. Chicken shop, giving out wings if I pull a drum. It's a difference, you better watch your words before you eat your tongue. Scrape the whole plate, not a trace nor leave a crumb. Ice falling off the watch and chain like it's freezer burn. Daring somebody to say my name, I would eat to him. Loyalty means everything, so I don't eat with them.
Hold up, we're about to get started right now. Give me one moment. Gotta find the right setting. Give me 1 second. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. This is the Feast of Atonement. Shalom, my name is Zabaja, Priest and Officer 1000 Zabaja of the I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh Hashem Yahshai Barakathum to all the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Latham Hashem Yahshai to all the sisters. This is the Feast of Atonement. We're opening it up. It's 7. It's in the sun has set, and we're not going to be eating or drinking any liquids until the sun sets tomorrow for a full 24 hours. Salakia. Tonight we're going to feast on pain. Right, so we're going to open it up. Salakia. Men of Israel. Salakia. Officer Barak Ya'Allah.
Okay.
Yeah. Present us I-Majim, which means to stand. Salakia, one moment. State your registry, Barak Ya'Allah.
Khan. Officer 50, Barak Yala. Ban Yanyan. Ban Yasharala.
Salute.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshai Barakathum.
Officer 50, Ban Yanyan, Ban Yasha Allah, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai Barakathum. Yajimata, which means to stand. We are opening the feast. This is a normal Sabbath service. Usually we would have a wine offering for the Sabbath service, but because it's the Day of Atonement, we're not going to be drinking or consuming any liquids or any food for the next 24 hours. Lord be with all the brothers and sisters. Right? Men of Israel, I-Majim, which means to stand. Akwathian, which sisters, I-Majim, which means to stand. We're going to go into the Lord's prayers. We're going to read it in the Hebrew. Barak, do you have the prayers on you, with you?
Khan.
Khan, Most High in Christ. We're going to read these prayers in the Hebrew, then we're going to read them in the English. Sarapanya Hakodam, which means turn and face the east. So as we turn and face the east, we're going to read these prayers. Abanawa. Shabashamayam. Kodash. Haya. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakwafka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Haya. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Haya. Bashamayam. Lathanlanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kabwatnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabwathinawa. Wala'ah. Tabayanawa. Manasaya 1. Abal. Hawashaynawa. Mayan. Rad. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Wahathaparath. La'ai Walamyam. Aman. Officer Barak, you can read it in English?
What we just read in English. Our Father which art in heaven.
Our Father which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth.
Thy will be done in earth.
As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread,
Give us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors,
And lead us not into temptation,
and lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever so be it.
forever so be it. We're going to read the prayer for power in the Hebrew and then in the English. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'asham,
Ba'asham,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Babakashah,
Wakasha,
Thunlanawa,
Nathanlanawa,
Pekak,
Akak,
Pekak,
Akak,
Lara Pa'a,
Larapa'a,
Kamakala,
Kalmakala,
Kamadawa,
Wakalmadawa,
Pekak,
Akak,
Latahar,
Latahar,
Hamatazarayim,
Amatazarayim,
Hakak,
Akak,
Lahakwayam,
Lahakwayam,
Hamathayam,
Amathyam,
Hakak,
Akak,
Arakawa,
Alwakarwa,
Hatama'ala,
Atamaala,
Garshan,
Garshan,
Ba'asham,
Ba'asham,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Tiwaraman.
Waraman. What we just read in the English, the prayer for power. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai,
Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai,
please give us the power
please give us the power
to heal all manner of sickness
to heal all manner of sickness
and all manner of disease,
and all manner of disease,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to cleanse the leopard,
the power to raise the dead,
the power to raise the dead,
the power against unclean spirits,
the power against unclean spirits,
to cast them out.
to cast them out.
In the name of Yahushai,
In the name of Yahushai,
thank you, so be it.
thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah,
Asha'ah,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Ahahariam,
Al-Hahariam,
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Isaiah,
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 Ma'ain,
Ma'ain,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Isha,
Shamayam,
Tumayam,
Wa'arataza,
Wa'arataza,
Al-Yanathan,
Al-Yatan,
Lamawat,
Namawat,
Regalka,
Regalka,
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hana,
Mana,
La'ah,
La'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'a,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamar,
Tawamar,
Yasha'ala,
Yasharala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Tamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Zalka,
Al-Yad,
Al-Yad,
Yamyanka,
Yamyanka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hatamash,
La'ah,
La'a,
Yakaka,
Yukaka,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Bala,
Bala,
Yala, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Makarai,
Makal Rai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Yashnapashka,
Athnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Tazaafka,
Tazaatka,
Wabawaaka,
Ubawaaka,
Ma'aitha,
Ma'aita,
Wa'ad Awalam,
Ra'ai Awalam. Psalm 121 in English. I will lift up mine eyes
I will lift up my eyes
unto the hills.
unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul,
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy going out,
and thy coming in
and thy coming in.
from this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Bless Israel, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahushai,
Ba'ashem Yahushai,
Barak Lanawa,
Barak Lanawa,
Wa Yasha'ala,
Wa Yasharala,
Wahabayat Sapariam,
Wahabayat Saparium,
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Tuwara Amar.
Tuad Aman. In the English, what we just read, Yahweh in the name of Yahushai,
Yahweh in the name of Yahushai,
bless us,
bless us,
and Israel,
and Israel,
and the school,
and the school.
bless, heal, shield,
Bless, heal, shield,
protect all the troopers,
all the troopers,
all the officers,
all the officers,
all the captains,
all the captains,
all the generals,
all the generals,
Commanding General YAHANNA,
Commanding General YAHANNA,
Commanding General YAHANNA,
and the sisters,
and the sisters,
and the young men,
and the young men.
in the name of Yahushai,
In the name of Yahushua,
thank you, so be it.
thank you, so be it. The prayer for power structure. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yahushai.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Salakia. Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Yah.
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap Yahanna.
Ha Alawapyam.
Ha Alawapyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Kwatazan Yanyam.
Ha Kwatazan Yanyam.
Ha Kaya Yalyam.
Ha Kaya Yalyam.
Ha Akwafyam.
Ha Akwathiam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Tuwara Aman.
Tuwara Aman.
Bro, you got it?
Come, 1 second, one. In the English, what we just read, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General YAHANNA.
Commanding General YAHANNA.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven.
King of heaven.
And earth.
And earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evil and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
And death.
And death.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against thy prophets.
That speak against us thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
And death.
And death.
To the heathens.
To the heathens.
Shake loose the pockets.
Shake loose the pockets.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses and punishment.
Send evils and curses and punishment.
And destruction and death.
And destruction and death.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And their nations.
And the nations.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic
the
Church,
Pope,
and the Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
the Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
skinheads,
posse comitatus,
Posse Comitatus,
gay movement,
gay movement,
the lesbian movement,
the lesbian movement,
spies,
spies,
workers of witchcraft,
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space programs,
NASA space programs,
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines,
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet
open up the internet
and the airways,
and the airwaves,
cable access channels,
cable access channels,
and the radio channels.
and the radio channel.
Convict the spirit
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people
of any of thy people
that seek to stop us,
that seek to stop us,
and bring swift death to all.
and bring swift death to all.
The heathens that stand in the way
The heathens that stand in the way
will try to stop us
or try to stop us
from broadcasting your words
from broadcasting your words
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
They loose all the plagues,
Cause them to go through and fro through the earth
cause them to go to and fro through the earth
and destroy.
and destroy.
Cause the plagues to come against America
Cause the plagues to come against America
and destroy them in their strongholds.
and destroy them in their strongholds.
Let America shake at the hands of the plagues.
Let America shake at the hands of the plagues.
Let Yahushua,
Let Yahushua,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down with the flying saucers
come down with the flying saucers
and kill all the heathen
and kill all the heathens
that come up against us
that come up against us
as we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known
Cause it to be known
by all
that
it is the angels
it is the angels
that has done it.
that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media
Cause it to be spread through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua,
thank you always.
thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Men of Israel, Akwathium, Imadrim, which means to turn. Salakia, Sar, which means to turn. You may be seated. All right, so we're gonna get into it. Salakia, give me one moment. Officer Shariwan, do you have the Hebrew in front of you?
Come on, come, sir.
Can you take us to Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, and read verses 1 to 7, Baba Kasha?
Come, sir. Select it.
Come on, whenever you got it. All right, while we wait for Officer Shariwan to bring us in, right? This is the Day of Atonement. It's a day that we fast. We're gonna fast for our nation, right? We're gonna fast for all the sins that either now, Salaki, if you're in the UPK, you're not sinning, right? Because you're learning not to sin no more, right? But for brothers and sisters in the world, right, we're fasting for them because they haven't learned not to sin. They want to be like their oppressor. They want to walk around the earth and wear shirts that say white lives matter, right? They want to sleep with whores and do all the drugs under the sun, right? So that's what we're atoning for. We're atoning for the crimes of our nation, right? And the crimes against the Lord's laws. So, Lakia, Officer Shariwan, you can read it whenever you got it. So, Lakia, Officer Shariwan, you there? All right. So Salakia, so I'm gonna read it for now until Officer Shariwan taps back in with us. Give me a moment. Let me just pull it up. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. One moment. Give me a moment. I'm gonna get right with you. All right, so this is Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 1. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Mashah, Yasha, Lamar, Dabar, Banya, Yasha Allah, Wa'amar, Salakia, Wa'amarath, Alaham, Mawa Idiyah, Yahweh, Ashar, Fiqwa, Rawa, Atham, Mkwa, Raya, Qudash, Salakia, Qudash, Allah, Ham, Mawa, Salakia, Mawa Idiyah, verse 3, Shashath, Yamayam, Tha'ai Shah, Mala Amma, Salakia, Wabay Yawam, Hasha Baya Ayah, Shabbat, Shabbat 1, Makwa Ra, Kodash, Ma, Mala'a, Ma, La'a, the I Shawa, Salakia, the I Shah, Shabbat, Hawa'a, La Yahweh, Bama, Mawa, Shabbath, Yamam, verse 4, Allah, Salakia, Mawa Ida, Salakia, Mawa Ida, Yahweh, Makwa Ra'aya, Qudash, Ashar, Thaqwa Ra'awa, Atham, Bama Wa'ai, Salakia, Bama Wa'ai Dam, verse 5, B'kadash, Hara Shawan, Ba'a Rabba Iha, Aishar, Lakadash, Bayan, Ha'ira Bayam, Pashak, La Yahweh, verse 6, Wabak Ma Shah, Aishar, Yawam, La Kadash, Hazah, Kad, Ha, Salakia. Hama Tazawa, La Yahweh, Shabash, Slaket, Shaba'if, Yamayam, Matazah, Wath, Tha'ah, Malah, verse 7. Bayawam, Hara'a Shawan, Makwa Ra'ah, Kodash, Yahweh, Salakia, Yahaya, Lamam, Ma, Malah, Math, Ibada, La'ah, Tha'ai, Shawah. All right, so that was the first 7 verses in the Hebrew. Baraka Allah, can you read the first 7 verses of Leviticus 23 in the Salakia? Leviticus 23, the first 7 verses. Officer Shaywan, is your mic working yet?
Khan, Salakia, can you hear me, sir?
Khan, I can hear you. You went out for a little bit earlier.
Okay, Khan, sir. Yeah, I got the Hebrew Bible. I got the Torah whenever you're ready.
Okay, no sweat. So you read 8 to 14 for me when it's time. Right now, Officer Baraki Allah, he's going to read Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, the first 7 verses. Babu Kashar.
Khan. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feasts of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts.
Right, so the Most High, he gave us feast days, right? And that's what we're going through. Just a while ago, we were in Montreal having a wonderful time with family, enjoying a feast day. We are enjoying trumpets. We are remembering what it was like for the Most High to have to save us every time, because Israel, we can't save ourselves. That's why we're in this captivity right now, because we absolutely can't save ourselves. And if we could have saved ourselves, we wouldn't need Christ and the angels to come and get us out of this captivity. We wouldn't need a pillar of fire, a pillar of smoke, and Moses, led by Yahweh, right? Led by the Lord to get us out of Egypt, get us out of captivity, get us out of working every day for some oppressor who doesn't give a damn about us. Keep reading.
Khan. Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
Right. 6 days work will be done, right? And then your oppressor, he's supposed to give you a day off, right? But that rarely happens. Listen, I know some people in the world, they get called to work in on their day off. They'll be sick in bed and tell the supervisor or the manager or whoever is in charge at that slavery, because it's not employment, it's slave. You make just enough money to feed yourself, clothe yourself, and that's about it, right? And pay for your homes, right? But they'll call them in on their sick bed, on their day off. You're sick and you have a day off, and you're getting called into work, right? Keep reading.
Khan. And holy convocation.
And that's what the Sabbath is. The Sabbath is a holy convocation. It's a day of rest. It's separate from the rest of the days, right? You're just supposed to rest. Listen, you do what you want on that day, right? You're not supposed to be working. You're not supposed to be telling people to work. You spend that day with your family, right? You want to wash your car. You want to read a book. You want to lay with your woman. Well, go have at it. Make more babies, right? Because Israel, especially the I.S.U.P.K, there is a baby boom. We've been saying this for the last 3 years. There is a generation of children who are growing up in the truth, right? Keep reading.
Khan. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Yahweh in all your dwellings.
Right. It's a Sabbath. It's a Sabbath in all our dwellings. No work. We are not working on that day, right? We aren't working on that day. It's a Sabbath. Listen, we're gonna rest. You want to spend some time with some family. Now, Christians are fake Israelites going to be like, you're supposed to just sit in the house and do nothing, right? When the Sabbath was made for us, we weren't made for the Sabbath.
Right.
Right. Listen, again, if what you want to do within the law of Yahweh, right? You're permitted to do on the Sabbath. You have some Christians that say you can't cook, right? Now check this out. Did you know it gets cold in Israel, right? They're gonna say you can't kindle a fire because they don't understand that kindling a fire took work. You told your servants to kindle that fire. It took work. But they're going to tell you, you can't turn on the stove. You can't eat your house. You can't heat your house up. Now ask them, can you turn your lights on? Because essentially, the light switch is the modern day torch, right? Your stove would be the modern day fire pit, right? These Christians, they have no idea what they're talking about, and you're better off to come home, because Christians are going to argue with you about everything that doesn't help Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, keep reading.
Kawakan. So like verse 4. These are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
Every season. Listen, this is one of the in this season that we're going into right now. We're in the fall season. This is the last. This is around the last high holy day until we get to the memorial of Hanukkah. Right? They're in seasons. This is how we tell time. This is how we tell what type of year it is, what time of the year it is. They come in seasons, just like the oppressor's holidays that you're not supposed to celebrate. Keep reading.
Karawakan, verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is Yahweh's Passover.
Right. You listen, I'm gonna stress to everybody in Canada, save your money right now. Save your money right now so you can get to Passover. Passover is going to be announced shortly. Last year, or this year, the last Passover, the 53rd annual I.S.U.P.K. Passover under Commanding General YAHANNA was held in Florida. Right. And Officer Shaw-Yuan, he made a long commute from the top of Canada, from the North Pole down to the Everglades. Listen, he I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Now give that brother a hand. Right? And I employ all brothers and sisters in this school in Canada to make it to wherever that Passover is. Right? It's a reminder of when the Lord freed us out of Egypt, because we couldn't do it ourselves. If the Lord didn't free us out of Egypt, we'd still be in Egypt under Pharaoh. Well, guess what? America is Egypt, and everything that falls under it is just the same, right? So that means if you're in Canada, you're in that same captivity that you were in Egypt. Keep reading.
Kawakan, verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto Yahweh.
Ooh, we on that 15th day about to make some unleavened bread, right? We are on the run out of Egypt. We had to get out quickly. We couldn't wait for that yeast to rise. So we got the yeast out of our house and we made unleavened bread. And when the time comes for unleavened bread, you're supposed to get all the yeast products out of your house, right? Get that yeast out of your heart. That yeast is what puffs you up so you can sin. Right, and now that's the metaphor. You still got to get yeast products out of your house, but when you're in the world, you get puffed up to think you do everything. You know what's better than the Lord. You sleep with whores because you think you know what's better than the Lord. You sleep with multiple men, right? And this is for the sisters. Good. Now I just don't understand how they sleep with multiple men. That thing that the Lord gave them is a precious jewel, and they just be giving it out to everybody, right? And listen, that is a horrible thing. Keep reading.
Karawakan. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Right. In the first day, we're going to have a holy convocation and do no work therein. We're just going to have a good time, right? We're going to have such a wonderful time. Imagine 7 days of just straight up partying. Right, listen. If you're with Barack, good night. We gonna be making back and forth trips to the LCBO. Hide the food, the liquor, and the women when it's time to have a party with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Of course, we need single women because we are not homosexuals. We're not gonna go into a woman that let another man already go into her. It's a disgusting thing. Officer Shah, are you there?
Come on, sir.
Can you read verse 8 to 14 in the Hebrew, Baba Kashan?
Come. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 8 in the Hebrew.
Slovakia, I don't want. Also, Shy One, you there?
Khan, I'm seeing that. I think he keeps breaking up. Officer Baraka Allah, give Officer put your mic on mute. Give Officer Shah you want to call real quick, Baba Kashan. Find out. Salaki, Officer Shah you with us?
Come on, sir. Salaki, can you hear me?
Khan, yeah, you were breaking up. You could give it one more try.
Okay, come, sir. So Leviticus 23 and starting at verse 8. Wahakwa, Rabatham, Ashah. Salakia. La Yahweh, Shaba'ith, Yam, Bayawam, Hashabah, Ya'ayah, Makwa Ra'ah, Quadash, Malamath, Ibadah, La'ah, the Aishwa. Verse 9. Wayadabar.
All right, I think you keep breaking up, right? So I'm gonna continue from where you left off. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Mashah, La'amar, verse 10. Salakia. We're in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. We're at verse 10. We're reading the Hebrew, right? We're reading the language that was beaten out of us from our oppressor. Dabar, Banya, Yasha'ala, Wa'amar, Salakia, Marath, Alaham, Maya, Thaba'awa, Harataza, Ashar, Anya, Nathan, Lamam, Wakra Salakia. Wakwatazar. Salakia. Wakwatazar. Thumb. Ath. Kwatazar Yara. Salakia, give me one moment. Waha Bada Thumb. Ath. Aymar. Rasha. Ra'ash. Yath. Kwatazar Yar Mam. Al Hama Na Salakia. Hama Han. Verse 11. Waha Naya Salakia. Waha Naya Af Ha'aymar Lapanya Yahweh La Ra Tazan Namam Mamakar Salakia Mamakam Salakia Mamam Karaf Hashabath Yana Yapa Nwa Hamahan. Verse 12. Salakia. Wa Aisha Yatham Baya Wam Bayawam Hana Yapa Mam Af Ha'aymar Hamar Mashat Salakia Mabash Thamayam Ban Shana Thawa La'ai La Yahweh. Verse 13. Again, this is Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 13. Wama Nakath Wa Shanaya Aisha Ranayam Salaf Bala Yala Basha Man Asha La Yahweh Razak Nazakat Wana Sama Yayan Salakia Salakia Rabba Ya'if Ha Yan 14. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 14. Wala kam wakwa laya wama rama Salakia wama ramal la'a ta'a malaw itazam hayawam haza haba ya'amam af Quraban Allah Hayamam Kakwaf Salakia Iwalam Ladar Ladara Thayam Salakia Ladara Yamam Bamal Mashabath Yamam. So that was the end of verse 8 to 14 in the Hebrew. We're going to read it one more time.
Khan.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatha of utmost importance. Thawada for tuning in. Yahweh Shema Alatham Hashem Yahushai, Sister Jazz, Thawada for tuning in. Baraki Allah, can you read verses 8 to 14 in the English?
Khan. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh 7 days.
Right, so we're going to make an offering unto Yahweh 7 days. We're going to feast for 7 days. Listen, that's what we do. We do it perfectly. We in the UPK, we have feasts. Listen, give a big shout out to Captain Tharawa, right? Captain of 10,000 and his team out in Nashville, right? Because they just had that dirty South cookout. So like it. I'm going to have to make it to one of those dirty South cookouts. Listen,
Right.
I heard so much about the dirty South. That captain, he battled them purple faggots and put them to shame, put them to flight, right? Brock, read that one more time.
Khan. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh 7 days.
And this is what the Lord is doing for us. He's giving us days where we get to celebrate and party. And we don't have to worry about what the heathens are doing. Listen, let the heathens have their Christmas and their Valentine's Day and their New Year's in the dead of winter. Something is born new in the death. Like, it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense, Christians. The Lord gave us 7 days to feast. Keep reading.
Khan. In the 7th day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Read.
Khan, verse 9. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying,
Read.
Verse 10. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye become into the land which I gave unto you.
The Lord is going to give us land, right? He's always done that. He's the one who gives us everything we have. You think you had something right now and you did it on your own. No. The Lord gave it to you. Keep reading.
Khan. And shall reap the harvest thereof. Then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest.
Right. The first harvest, the first fruits, the best that you have, you're going to give to the priest. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 11. And he shall wave the sheaf before Yahweh to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it.
Right. So after the Sabbath day, the priest is going to wave the first of what you gave him. Right. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 12. And ye shall offer and ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf, and he lamb without blemish of the first year, for a burnt offering unto Yahweh.
Right. So we're going to offer a he lamb in the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord. Right. You got to give your best. That's what this is about. Give your best. Right. And right now, because we're not sacrificing lambs and we're not in our own kingdom, right? You give your best to the I.S.U.P.K. Right. That's how you give your best to the Lord. You sacrifice yourself. Right. Sacrifice yourself. That's the best that you could do. Sacrifice yourself for you and your people. Most people like big-headed Kanye, they don't know how to sacrifice. They make billions of dollars, and Chicago has 1,000 shootings a year. Right? All the poverty. Now just imagine what you could do with $1 billion if you were in the I.S.U.P.K. You would build homes and communities and schools and do so many wonderful things for your people. These big-headed Negroes, they're not going to do that. They have no idea of what it takes to sacrifice because they're Christians. They're in a Christian church where it's just gay. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour, mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto Yahweh. for a sweet savor, and the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the fourth part of an hin.
Right, so you're going to season that food well. Listen, no one can season like blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Good night. Listen, they don't even. The world has no flavor. I was just on YouTube just a second ago. Salaki, I'm on my Instagram going through my timeline. They're talking about now the kids from New York, right? They have a dance move. It's called sturdy, where you be moving your legs and doing a whole bunch of different dance moves. Salakio. They brought the flavor to the world, right? Now you have oppressors doing these dance moves talking about we're getting sturdy. Oppressors and the heathens, they would have no flavor, no soul, no swag if it wasn't for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Keep reading.
Kalawakan, verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the self same day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
Right. It's going to be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings. Right. This is what we're going to do. Right. And you're not even going to eat until you do this thing. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give your best, and you're not going to eat until you give your best to the Lord. Right. Salakia, we're at verse 15. Officer Shaywan, you think your computer's ready now?
So Salaki, I can try it on.
Read 15 to 21.
Okay. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 15. Wasapartham, Lamam, Mama Karath, Hashabath, Mayawam, Habaya Amam, Ath, Imar, Hathan, Wapa, Shabath, Salakia, Shabai, Shabathwa.
Kalawakan, I think Officer Shaiwan froze up again.
Khan, I'm just looking at it right now. Khan, I think he froze up. Officer Shaywan, you there? All right, I'm gonna take over. Officer Shaywan, if you can hear me, you might just want to reset whatever device you're on. Salaki, are you there?
Sir, can you hear me?
Khan, I can hear you.
Sir. Salaki, you want me to come back in?
Yeah, you just got to figure out your Wi-Fi situation, right? If you figure out your Wi-Fi situation, you should be able to come back in where it doesn't break up.
Okay.
And if not, it's Tuwab. Just try your best, and then I'll just continue. So we're in verse 15. Thamayam Salakia. Thamayamath. Thayam Salakia. Thamayamath. Thaha the Salakia. Thahaya Yahan. Salakia. Thahaya na. Verse 16. Id. We're in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 16. Mamaka Rath. Hashabath. Hashaba Ya'ith. The Sa Ra. Kama Yam. Yawam. Waha Kwa Rabatham. Menaka Kadash. La Yahweh. 17. Mama wa Shabah Ya Yamam. Thaba Ya Awa. Lakam. Thana Wapa. Shitha Yam. Shana Ya. Aisha Rana Yam. Salah. Thaha Ya Yana. Kamataza. Salakia. Give me a second. Tha'a paya na. Bama wa yam. La Yahweh. Verse 18. Waha kwa ra batham. Al. La kam. Shabai. Shabah Shayam. Thama Yamam. Banya. Shana. Upar. Ban. Bakwar. Akkad. Wa'a Yalam. Shana Yam. Yaha Yawa. Ayla. La Yahweh. Wama Naka Thumb. Hawa Hana Sama Yaham. Asha. Rayak. Nayak. La Yahweh. Verse 19. Wa Aisha Yatham. Sha'ai Yar. Aiza Yam. Akkad. Laka Ta'af. Salakia. Washa Naya. Maba Shayam. Banya. Shana. Lazabak. Shalama Yam. Verse 20. Waha Nayapa. Salakia. Waha Yap. Hamam Han Atham. Al. Lakam. Haba Maryam. Thana Wapa. Lapa Naya. Yahweh. Al. Shaniya. Maba Shayam. Qudash. Yaha Yawa. La Yahweh. Lama Han. Verse 21. Wakwa Ra'ah Thumb. Ba'ai Tazam. Hiya Wam. Hazah. Makwa Ra'ah. Qudash. Yaya, Lamam, Ma, Mala Atham, Mala Atha, Salakia, Mala Amath, Ibada, Ma'a, Ha, Salakia, I Shawa, Kakwath, Iwa Lam, Bamal, Mawa Shabath, Yamam, Ladarath, Yamam. Barak, you could read from, where did we read? Salakia. We just finished.
So, like, if I'm not mistaken, it's 15 to 21.
Khan, you could read 15 to 21 in the English.
Khan. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days.
Right. In the world, they call this Pentecost. Right. In the world, they call this Pentecost because it means 50. Right. Keep reading.
Karawakan. And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto Yahweh. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto Yahweh.
Right. And this is the feast of the first fruits. Keep reading.
Karawakan. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto Yahweh, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto Yahweh.
Read it again. Read it in the English.
Karawakan.
That last part.
Kawakan. Even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto Yahweh.
Right. Unto the Lord. Right. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to offer unto the Lord. This is the first fruits. Right. You're gonna offer your first. You're gonna offer your best. Right. If you didn't have ram, you would have to trade to them. Israel, we were people that bartered. We traded. You would have to trade. That's why. Listen, there's people are going to tell you that tithes are fruits. Like you're going to travel all the way from where Manasseh is into the land of Judah for the high holy days, and you're going to bring fruits for the Lord, right? To pay your tithes. And that's just not what that's talking about. But this right here, this is telling you what to bring. Now, if you didn't have it, you would have to trade for it. You'd have to sell your things that you have, that the things that you do have, to go get it so you could bring the 7 rams, right? Among all the other meat offerings that you're going to bring. Keep reading.
Karawakan, verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings.
Right. These are sacrifices that we're supposed to do. Keep reading.
Karawakan, verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits.
Right, because this is the first fruits. The first of what you have, you would give to the Lord, right? Give to the priest. Give your best, right? Listen, everyone wants the Lord to save them, but who wants to give their best, right? You give it to the priest. You're going to give it to the priest because you can't just turn around and say, I did it already, when you know you didn't do it. Keep reading.
Karawakan. For a wave offering before Yahweh with the 2 lambs.
Read that one more time. Read it in the English for the Christians who are watching this, because they're gonna be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Karawakan. For a wave offering before Yahweh.
The Lord.
Karawakan, Salakia. For a wave offering before the Lord with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priests.
Right. So this is something we're giving to the priest, right? But it's for the Lord, because the Most High commanded us to do these things. Read 21.
Karawakan, verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the self same day, that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
Right. So this is something that we're supposed to do forever. Right. Right now we're not sacrificing because we're not in the land. Even more so, even more over, Christ was our sacrifice. Yahushua in the Hebrew was our sacrifice. So you're not sacrificing. If you still got to sacrifice right now for sins and things like that, that means the Lord, our King, his sacrifice wasn't worthy enough. Right. And it's like you're crucifying the Lord again. It's like a slap in the face. A man was murdered, was hung on a tree and stabbed in the side with a spear. Right. And you want to still sin. Right. But what we are doing is we're practicing the righteous things until we get the kingdom. We're practicing it. So when we get the kingdom, we'll know how to do it. We're going to keep it up because we're going to be doing these holidays. We're going to be celebrating all these high holy days in the Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, when the Most High comes, right? Salakia, when our King Yahushua comes to take the throne of David, whose loins he came out of through Joseph, right? Because Joseph, he slept with Mary. This ain't the Christian church where your wife comes and tells you, I'm pregnant even though you didn't touch me. Right, so we're going to read 22. Salakia, let me just get with it right quick. All right, Leviticus 23, the 22nd verse. Wabah kwatazar mam ath kwatazar yar ara tazar mam la thama la path shadam bakwatazar ram wala kwat kwatazar yaram salakia la'a thala kwat la'ain naya wala gar tha'ai zab atham anya Yahweh Allahai Yamam. 23. Ya Dabar Yahweh Allah Mashah Lamar. 24. Dabar Al Banya Yasha'Allah Lamar Bakwat Dash Salakia Hasha ba Ya'aya Ba'akwad Salakia Ba'akad Lakadash, Yaya, Lamam, Shabbath, what? Salakia. Shabbath, 1. Zama, 1. Thara, what I have. Makorah, Quadash, 25. Ma, Mala Amath, Idaba, Salakia, Ibada, La'a, Tha'ai, Shawa, Waha, Korah, Thumb, Ashar, 26. La Yahweh, Salakia, La Yahweh, 26. Wayad Bar, Yahweh, Al, Mashar, La Mar, 27. Amam, Salakia, Ba'aish, War, Ba'aishawar, Lakadash, Hasha, Ba'aya, Salakia, Hasha, Ba'ya, Ayah, Hazah, Yawam, Hama Payam, Hawa, Makwa Ra'ah, Qudash, Yaya, Malam, Wa'ai, Naya, Thumb, Af, Napa, Shatha, Yamam, Waha, Kura, Batham, Asha, La Yahweh. Verse 28. Wama, Wala, Salakia, Mala Adma, Allah, Tha'ai Shawa, Ba'ai Tazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Maya, Yawam, Mapa Rawam, Salakia, Mapa Wayam, Hawa'a, Lama Ra, Salakia, Lama Par, Ayla Salakia, Ayla Yamam, Lapa Naya, Yahweh, Alahayam. Barak, you could read from 21 to 28.
Salakia, when you mean 22, right?
22 to 28.
Kawakan. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 22. And when you reap the harvest of your hand, Salakia, of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of the field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God.
Right. So what's that about? It's brotherhood. It's basically telling you, right, that when you come into the land, right, there shouldn't be no people starving amongst you. Right? You gotta think about it. There's so much food in the earth, but people starve. There's so much money, but people don't have homes. You have billionaires who walk around and you have big-headed billionaires like Kanye walking around in all lives matters and white lives matters shirts, right? While his people starved in the ghettos of Chicago. He made $1 billion. He's gonna cry on the internet over some more, right? He's gonna say white lives matter because he loves the white woman, right? And that same white woman took his children away from him, right? This is not supposed to happen in our nation where we have people go hungry, right? There's so many people in our nation going hungry right now, and we have billionaires, we have millionaires, right? Who go to strip clubs and throw money. When we come into the land, you have a grapevine or a vineyard, you leave the outside edges of your vineyard, the border of your vineyard for the poor of you. You grow apples. Leave those apple trees on the outside of your land, right? That border your land, so people could pick apples and not go hungry. So they could pick corn and not go hungry. Keep reading.
Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 24, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation.
Keep reading.
Karawakan. Verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Right. So during this day, right, during these times, when we have our memorial of trumpets, like we had last week in Montreal, right? Listen, just go on I.S.U.P.K Canada on Facebook, Twitter, on Instagram, and check out the pictures. We had such a good time. The sisters, give those sisters a hand, because they made such good food. Listen, I was eating for days. The extras, good night. The extras, I couldn't wait to get home and get into those extras. I think sometimes the best part of the food that we get is the extras. Like 2 days later, you like, that cheesecake, salakia, that stewed beef and the black rice. I need more. Good night. Bro, keep reading.
Kawakan. Verse 26. And the Lord, salakia. Right, verse 26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 27, also on the 10th of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement.
Right, and that's what we're doing right now. A day of atonement, right? A day of atonement for all the sinning that Israel has done, right? Listen, tonight sparks the day of atonement. If you can get off your slave tomorrow, don't go to work, because it's going to be a hard day. What you want to do is you don't want to go to work. You want to call up a brother, right, at 1:00 tomorrow and tell him, turn that PlayStation on, Barack, right? Tell him to turn that PlayStation on so y'all can play some Call of Duty, some Warzone until the sun goes down, and then just enjoy the brotherhood while you feast on pain. Your stomach is going to be growling, right? What we're not going to do is we're not even going to talk about the Day of Atonement after this. We're just going to act like it's a regular day, right? Christians in the world, they want to make such a big show. They want to be like, this is the last piece of pork I'm buying for the next couple of hours, right? I literally had a Christian come to me one time. He's like, it's Lent. I said, what the hell is that? He said, well, I'm going to give up something I don't like. I said, what are you giving up? He said, well, look, I'm buying this jerk pork right here. I said, good night. What the hell are you talking about? You know you're not supposed to eat pork. He's like, I know. That's why I'm buying it right now. Listen, Christians don't know what the hell they're talking about. In this Day of Atonement, me and my brothers and sisters, we're going to feast on pain. Right? Good night. Listen, there are men who are teaching class right now. They're talking like myself, Officer Shayuwan, Officer Baraki Allah. And after we talk all this much and our mouth to get dry, we can't drink any water. We're just going to chill out and enjoy the pain, right? And pray that the Most High ends this captivity, right? We're going to afflict ourselves with pain, afflict our flesh, right? You definitely want to take this day off, right? Affliction is not watching TV. Is not banging your heads against the walls. Have y'all seen what the Muslims and all these other nations do, or the Elamites, right? I mean, listen, my first camp. I remember my first camp. We seen some Elamites flying. Like I never seen Elamites fly before, but they were flying. They had hooks, meat hooks in their back, suspending them off the ground and rolling down Young and Dundas. And I'm looking at the priests and prophets. I'm looking at General Q like, what the hell is going on behind us right here? And we went to war that day, right? We don't do that. We don't afflict ourselves. The Catholics, they have ropes, right? They have a whip that has spikes at the end of the whip. Right, it has like knives. It's damn near knives. A whip with knives on it, and they beat themselves in the back. Right, and that's how they say they're making atonement. They torture themselves. The man who stole our culture, like Amalek and his thieves, Amalek and his 40 thieves, the fake Jew, right? They put a thumbtack in their shoe and they walk around for the day and fill their shoe up with blood from all the pricks that thumbtack is doing, and they say they're making atonement, or they cut chicken heads off and say they're transferring their sins into the chicken. That's not what we do, right? What we're going to do, we're going to feast on pain. We're going to know what it's like to sacrifice. And listen, here's the catch, right? If you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you already know how to go without food and water. You've done it damn near your whole life, right? Right now, in some of your fridges, there's no food or anything anyways. You should call your camp leader tomorrow and just request some help. Don't be stubborn. Everyone wants to be stubborn and not request help, right? We're familiar. If you grew up Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you're also familiar with the Day of Atonement. The Gadites, listen, the Gadites right now, the Gadites out in, just pick any reservation. They don't have drinking water. Mississippi doesn't have drinking water. Detroit, good night. All these places don't have drinking water. They're used to going without. Keep reading.
Karawakan. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and you shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Right, we're going to afflict our soul and offer an offering made by fire. Right, you go to Isaiah, right? Isaiah 58:3. It tells you what affliction is. Affliction is no food and no water, and we do this for the Lord. We do this because our people have sinned, and we're sinning daily. Right, that's why we're doing this. Keep reading.
Karawakan.
Oh, Salaki, was that the end of 28?
No, that one. That was the end of the 27.
Come.
Verse 28. And you shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. That was the end of 28 out of 1.
Come. All right, so we're going to read 29 to 35 in the Hebrew and break it down. All right, so let's get it. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, 29. Maya, Mala, Hana, Pash, Napash, Hanapash, Ashar, La'ah, Ta'ai, Na, Ba'ai, Tazam, Haya, Wam, Hazah, Wana, Mar, Salakia, Wana, Mara, Tha, Ma'aim, Ya, verse 30. Wamal, Hana, Hanapash, Ashar, Aisha, Ma, Mala'ah, Ma, Ba'ai Tazam, Hayawam, Hazar. Salakia. Waha abad the ya, af, hana, pat, hanapash, hawa, makwa, rab, ima, 31, mala, ama, la'a, tha'ai, shawa, kwakwath, I willam, lada ratha yamam, bamal, mashab yamam, 32, Shabbath, Shabbath 1, Hawa'a, Lamam, Wa'ain Yatham, Af, Napash Yamam, Batha Sha'ath, Lakadash, Ba'ai Rab, Ma'ai Rab, I Rab, Thasha, Thabawa, Shabbath Mam, 33, Waya Dabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, 34, Dabar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, La'amar, Baka, Mashah, Aisha, Yawam, Lakadash, Hashab, Ya'aya, Hazah, Kag, Hasa, Salakia, Hasa, Mawaf, Shabai, Yam, La Yahweh, 35, Bayawam, Hara, Salakia, Hara, Asha, 1, Makwa, Ra'a, Quadash, Mala, Math, Ibada, La'a, Tha'ai, Shawa. Salakia. Officer Shah, you want to try and read the English?
Come on, sir. Can you hear me?
I could definitely hear you.
Come on, sir. Salakia, from which verse?
We're going to read from 29 to 35.
Come. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 29. For whatsoever sore it be that shall not be afflicted in the same day, he shall be cut off from among his people.
Keep reading.
Verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people.
Right. So what we would do is we would afflict our souls, and if you didn't, you were cut off from your people. Right now, the worst thing you can, like, who wants to be cut off from their people and told you can't come around? So many brothers and sisters can't come around us right now, right? Because they've either been kicked out of the school or they have to work. Salakia. They got to work to come back, right? Or they just can't come back, and that is horrible. Do not end up a 12 shield general Mahayim class because you can't come back in the school because you couldn't control your lust, right? Now listen, you on the Day of Atonement you fast, and if you can't, you're cut. If you can't, or not can't, I'm not going to say can't, but if you chose not to, right, outside of some medical reason, then you were cut off from your people. Your oppressor, he's going to pay because he's forcing you to go to work tomorrow, right? Well, while you gotta work. And listen, we got brothers and sisters who can't get the day off tomorrow, right? They can't get the day off tomorrow, and they got to work in the food industry while fasting,
Right.
right? And that is such a horrible thing. The oppressors and the heathens and those that are Israel who are forcing them to work tomorrow, they're going to pay for it, right? Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 31. Ye shall do no manner of work. Shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings.
Right. So tomorrow is a Sabbath, or today going into tomorrow, it's a Sabbath. We shouldn't be working. We should just be chilling at home with our peoples. Right. Keep reading.
Verse 32. Shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even, shall ye celebrate your Sabbath.
Right. That's what we're going to do. We're going to celebrate our Sabbath from evening onto evening, from tonight, right? From when the sun went down till tomorrow when the sun goes down, and then we're gonna gather with our brothers and sisters and feast, right? But in the meantime, we're not gonna talk about it. It's like Fight Club. Listen, shout out Officer Bond. He said the first rule of Day of Atonement is we don't talk about Day of Atonement. I'm like, good, man. Like Fight Club. It's like a movie. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're gonna stand on it. Let's do it, right? Because this is the life of a soldier, right? This is the life of a strong people who obey their God. Now, listen, this is obedience. Now, just imagine. Can you imagine telling someone you can't eat and drink for 24 hours because I said so? They're gonna be like, why? And you're just gonna, because I said so.
Right.
That's obedient, right? That's obedience. Now listen, don't be a monster. Children don't have to fast, right? You have your child fasting because you think your child sinned, right? How is your child accountable for sin? Who's teaching them these things? Right? Don't be a monster. It's cruel to tell a child you can't eat for 24 hours, right? And some of you Christians who just listen, some of you Christians, your daughters are going to grow up to be sluts, right? Your sons are going to be gay or drug dealers, or they're going to get murdered because you use this book to hurt people. It's not meant to hurt people, right? Your child is not going to participate in the Day of Atonement until they're of age. Pregnant women aren't going to participate in the Day of Atonement. People on medication, the elderly, the sick, they're not going to participate. It's not for them to do it because they're already going through something, right? This is for a strong person. You got to be strong to give up what your body needs for 24 hours. And if you can, that means you can give up weed. You can give up your cigarettes. You can give up the cocaine and the whores and sleeping with someone outside of your husband. You can give all that stuff up. All the demons that tell you to do it and then leave you right after. You know, like the demon is going to tell you do these things that are evil against the Lord, and as soon as you complete it, you're done. Right? The demon leaves, and now you finish, and you're like, oh snap! What the hell did I just do? Why did I do it? It's because your demon was telling you to do it. Well, this Day of Atonement is showing you how to fight your demons, fight your flesh. Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord.
And that's coming up right after. Listen, we're going to go to camp in Montreal this Saturday, right? October 8th. We're going to be in Montreal going to camp, right? And then on the Sunday, we're going to open up Tabernacles and close it on the Monday, right? It's going to be such a glorious day. Listen, these are the holidays that we got. We got Tabernacles. We got Day of Atonement. We're going to feast tomorrow. We're going to starve tonight, but tomorrow we're going to feast. We're going to go through it tonight, but tomorrow is going to be a glorious battle, right? And we're Israelites. We've been through many battles. Your whole life is a battle. You wake up and you battle. You wake up and you tell that drug dealer on the corner, no, I'm not going to sell this crack for you. That's a battle, right? That's what we do. Keep reading.
Verse 35. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein.
Right. Now, the first day of Tabernacles, it's 7 days of just partying and relaxation and just remembering what it was like for the Lord to have us dwell in booths. Right. Your neighborhood is a booth right now. Where you live in the ghetto is a booth. We're outside of the land of Israel. So this is the wilderness. Right. Everywhere we dwell, it's the wilderness. Gunshots fly in our neighborhoods on a consistent basis. Listen, I can't even walk down the street in my city without seeing some crackhead or some heroin addict leaning, right? Without some heathen nation trying to act like us, without some officer trying to pull over some Black, Hispanic, or Native American and kill us, right? They beat young men in the face with lead pipes till they lose their eyes in Canada. We're in the wilderness. We're remembering what it was like to be helpless, right? And when we get our kingdom, we're going to be rich, and we're going to remember this high holy day as well, and we're going to celebrate it, and we're going to partake in it, right? You have fake Israelites right now. They're about to go into some wooded area and set up camping tents, not understanding that you're in the wilderness already. Even if you own a mansion in Canada, it's the wilderness because you're outside of the land of Israel. Keep reading. Oh, Salakia, that was it. Barak.
Khan.
Yeah, you got the Hebrew in front of you?
Give me 1 second. I don't want.
Okay, no sweat. If you don't got it, don't even worry about it. I'll continue.
I got it. We read till what verse did we just read?
We read 35, but if you could, we're going to read 36 and finish out the chapter.
Okay, no sweat, I don't want. I got it. Shabbat. Yamayam. It's like a yam. Takwara yabaw. Takwa ra yabawa. Asha. La Yahawa. Bayawam. Hashaman ya. Makwara. Kwadash. Yahawa. Lakam. Wa Batham. Asha. La Yahawa. Aitazarat. Hawa. Kal. Mala'akat. Ibada. La'a. Taishawa. Allah. Mawa'idya. Yahawa. Achar. Takwara awa. Atham. Makwara ya. Kodash. Lahakwa Rayab. Asha. Layahawa. Ayla. Wamanaka. I.B.A.K.
Zabak.
Salakia. Zabak. Wanasakayam. Dabar. Yawam. Bayawama. Mawa. Malabad. Shabbathat, Yahweh, Wamalabad, Matana Wata Yakam, Wa Malabad, Kal, Nada Ra Yakam, Wa Malabad, Kal, Nada Ba Tayakam, Ashar, Tata Nawa, La Yahweh, Ad, Slakia, Baka Masha, Aishar, Yawam, Lakadash, Hashabaya Aya, Basapa Kam, Ata, Tabawaat, Batazata Ka Gawa, Atha, Kad, so like Kaga, Yahweh, Shabait, Yahweh, Bayawam, Hara'asha 1, Shabbatha 1, Wabayawam, Ashamaya Naya, Shabbatha 1, Walakwa Katham, Lakam, Bayawan, Hara'asha 1, Para Parya, it's like a Parya, Aitazaha, Aitazaha Dara, Aitazaha Dar, Salakia, Kapat, Thama Ra Yam, Wa'aina Pa, Aitaza, Aibath, Wa'aira Baya, Nakal, Washama Ka Tham, Napanya, Yahweh, Alahayakam, Shabai, Yahweh, Wakaga Thum, Athawa, Kaga, La Yahweh, Shabai, Yahweh,
That's yum yum.
Salakia, Yum Yum, Bashana, Kakwat, Iwalam, Iwalam, Lada Ra Tha Yakam, Baka Dash, Ha Shaba Yaaya, Thakagawa, Athawa, Basakat, Thasha Bawa, Shaba'ai, Yum Yum, Kal, Hazar, Hazarka, Bayasha Ra'al, Bayasharala, Yashabwa, Basakat, Lamain, Yadaiwa, Daratha Yakam, Kaya, Basakawat, Hawa Sha Bataya, Atha, Banya, Yasharala, Bahawa Tuza, Slakia, Bawatza Ya'aya Awatham Ma'aratza Matazarayam Matazariam Anya Yahweh Allah Yakam Wa Yadabar Masha Atha Ma'ai Daya Yahweh Allah Banya Yasharala.
The water. Officer Shariwan,
Okay, sir.
can you read from Slovakia? Where were we? 36 until we finish the chapter. The water, for everyone still watching, bear with us. We'll be wrapping up right now. The water, right? If you're going through it tomorrow, you know the best thing to do is call your camp leader, call a sister. If you're a sister, call a brother. Speak to your husband. If you're going through it, like that's what you want to do, right? Because tomorrow it seems all right now. When you wake up in the morning, it's going to be a test. It's going to be a battle. You're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to want to do this thing that we're doing here, and it's not going to be easy. You can read.
Okay, verse 36. 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you. And ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly. And ye shall do no servile work therein.
Keep
Verse
reading.
30, 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, and a meat offering, a sacrifice, and drink offerings, everything upon his day.
Right. These are the things that we're going to do. Right. These on these days, these feast days. Right. You want to offer. That's what you're going to do. A meat offering, a drink offering, a burnt offering. Right. And we're just going to have a good time and enjoy the holidays, the holy days that the Most High gave us. Keep reading.
Verse 38. Beside the Sabbaths of the Lord, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Lord. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the 1st day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. And ye shall take you on the 1st day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days.
Right. The Christians, they call this Palm Sunday, right? The Christians, again, they don't know what they're talking about, but these are the days of the Lord that we're going to celebrate. It's for Israelites, right? It's the holidays that the Lord gave us while heathens run around and celebrate their Christmas, their Thanksgiving, which is the murder of the natives, their Lupercalia, which is so-called Valentine's Day, which has nothing to do with love. It's just absolute whoredom, right? We're going to be celebrating the Lord's high holy days and memorial days for our people. Keep reading.
Verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month.
Keep reading.
Verse 42. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths.
Right. The Feast of Tabernacles, we're going to remember when we have our kingdom, we're going to be dwelling in these booths to remember what it was like to live in Canada in the ghettos, to live in Montreal in the ghettos, in Montreal North, in the poor areas, and in the horrible communities in Jamaica. Not because the people there are horrible, but because our oppressor is such a beast. He makes our living conditions absolutely terrible. Right, but listen, Ukraine can come in and they can get whatever they want. They can get billions of dollars while natives have no drinking water.
Right.
Keep reading.
Verse 43. That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths. When I brought them out of the land of Egypt, I am the Lord your God. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feasts of Yahweh.
Right, and so these are the feast days. Again, you want to have a good time, you want to celebrate something, just open Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Right, again, this is the Day of Atonement where we're going to not drink, we're not going to consume any food for a period of time. Right, and it's going to make you a better person, a better priest, a better just everything. Right, because you're going to have the power to fight your demons. Right. Slovakia. So with that said, men of Israel, I majam, Akwathian, I majam, Sarapanya Hakudam, which means turn and face the east. Slovakia. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer. We're going to say a few prayers while we close out. This is the Lord's Prayer. You can find it in Matthew 6, verses 8 to 13. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Bashamayam.
Bashmayam.
Dash.
Dash.
Yah.
Yah.
Shaka.
Shaka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwavka.
Malakwavka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratzaka.
Ratzaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Baratazah.
Baratazah.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayam.
Bashamayam.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Kam.
Kam.
Kal.
Kal.
Iwam.
Iwam.
Wasalak now.
Wasalak.
Kabwath now. Kasalak now. Kabwath now. Wala'ah. Tabayan now. Manasayawan. Abal. Hawashai now. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Ka. Kamalakwa. Wahala. Wahathaparath. La'ai Wilamiam. Aman. Who was reading for me for earlier?
So like I was the one who did at the beginning.
Khan.
You want me to read again?
Khan.
Khan. In English, what we just said, the Lord's Prayer. Our Father which art in heaven.
Our Father which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done in earth.
Thy will be done in earth.
It is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever so be it.
Forever so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ahahariam.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
Isaiah,
Ma'am,
Ma'ai,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yeshua,
Aishala,
Shamayam,
Shamayam,
Warataza,
Warataza,
Al-Yanathan,
Al-Yathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalka,
Regalka,
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hana,
Ana,
La'ah,
La'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'a,
Yayashan,
Yashan,
Shalmar,
Shalmar,
Yasha'ala,
Yasharala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tizalka,
Izalka,
Al-Yad,
Al-Yad,
Yamyanka,
Yamyanka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hatamash,
La'ah,
La'a,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wayrak,
Wayarak,
Bala Yala,
Balayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Makarai,
Makarai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Athnapashka,
Athnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Kazaafka,
Kazahaka,
Wabawaaka,
Ubawaka,
Ma'aitha,
Ma'aitha,
Wa'ad Iwalam,
Wa'ai Walam. Psalm 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forward,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore. Hakah, the prayer for power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai,
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai,
Ba'akashah,
Ba'okashah,
the Thumlunawa.
Thundernawa,
Hakah,
Hakak,
Lara Pa'ah,
Narapa'ah,
Kamakala,
Kalmakala,
Wakamadawa,
Wakalmadawa,
Hakah,
Hakak,
Latahar,
Natahar,
Hamatazarayim,
Hamatazarayim,
Kak,
Hakak,
Laha Koyam,
Lahakwayam,
Hamathayam,
Hamath-yam,
Hakah,
Hakak,
Arakawa,
Al-Rakarwat,
Hatama'ala,
Hatama'ala,
Garshan,
Lagarashan,
Ba'asham Yahushai Thuwala Aman.
Ba'ashem Yahushai Tuwara Aman. The prayer for power, the Akak in English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai,
Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai,
please give us the power
please give us the power
to heal all manner of sickness
to heal all manner of sickness
and all manner of disease,
and all manner of disease,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to raise the dead,
power to raise the dead,
the power against unclean spirits,
the power against unclean spirits,
to cast them out.
to cast them out.
In the name of Yahushai,
In the name of Yahushai,
thank you, so be it.
thank you, so be it. Men of Israel, Aklafim Sar, which means to turn. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak. Yajamata. Men of Israel, sorry to the sisters. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Shema Alatham Hashem Yahushai. Yajamata. Class dismissed.